Hey team, so here's our support video for today's lesson. Again, this is for if you're just having a hard time getting started on those first two questions. So if you feel confident, jump right in. You don't need to watch this video, but if you want to check your work or not sure where to start, this video is for you. So getting started here on question number 1. This should look exactly like it is on your screen, just again, my handwriting instead of that perfect computer font. And it's just asking us, what types of angles are these? And when it means what angles, it means this angle here and this angle here. So what are those two things? Well, a good thing that I like to do is to use our transversal, or a line that cuts through the other two lines, to kind of separate it out. So that's kind of how we're going to tell the two sides. So we'll call this one here side 1, we'll call this one here side 2. And what this helps us determine is, do we have a pair of consecutive angles, or do we have a pair of alternate angles? So consecutive are going to be on the same side, and alternate angles are going to be on opposite sides. So in this case, both of these are on side 2. X and Y are on the same side of that transversal. So we know that X and Y are consecutive angles. Second, do we have interior or exterior angles? So a good way to look at this one is, again, let's take a look. We have our two lines. And if we look at our two lines, on the inside, we'll call it our green zone. We call that the interior. And on the outside, we'll call that our red zone. We have the exterior. So again, here in the green zone is our interior. And on our outside is exterior. And let's take a look at angle X and angle Y. Well, it looks like Y is on the exterior, and it looks like X is actually on the interior. So they are neither exterior nor interior angles because they're both not the same. So to be exterior angles, they both have to be on the outside. To be interior angles, they both have to be on the inside. So what are these? They're consecutive, but they're not interior or exterior, so what option does that fall into? This actually falls into the option of corresponding. So these angles are in the same place, just in a different group. The way that I like to think about it is, let's say we have this table over here, students 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they're just working together. And then we also have students 5, 6, 7, and 8. They're group 2, they're just working together. If we want to match this up, what we'll see is that 1 matches 5, 6 matches 2, 3 is in the same seat as 7, just in a different group. And we'll see that seat 4 is in the same position as seat 8. So they're kind of in the same position, just, again, at a different table. So how does that interpret to what we have here? Well, we can kind of take a look through and see. So if we're looking at X and Y, we can do that same color coding. So this one is here at seat 1 at the table. Seat 2 at the table is here. Seat 3 at the table is here, and then finally seat 4 at the table is here. So X and Y actually match. They're at the same seats at the table, just in a different group. And again, we're kind of thinking about this as table 1, and this is table 2. So because of that, again, we're going to say that these are corresponding angles. Second, question number 2. We can make it fancy this time. So we have our two lines, the transversal that crosses our two parallel lines. We have angle Y here and angle X here. So taking a look through, again, transversal is here. We see that they are on opposite sides or different sides of that line, so we call them alternate angles. And secondly, if we take a look here, we can see that our interior in yellow and our exterior in red. Well, both of these angles are in the red, so that means that they're both on the outside. So because of that, we can say that they are alternate and they are exterior angles. So that's what we're going to call them, alternate exterior angles. They don't match, they're not in the same seat at the table, so we cannot call them corresponding angles. So as a result of this, again, the word for it is alternate exterior angles. All right, team, questions, shout them out, but there are actually your full answers for questions